Non-toxic pest repellent methods. Each year, India witnesses a storage loss of 14 million tons worth about 7,000 crores due to post-harvest pest damage. It is estimated that India's agriculture sector accounts only for around 14% of the country's economy, but for 42% of total employment. These 42% comprises farmers who face diseases like leukemia, brain tumors, cancers of the breast, prostate, lung, stomach, liver, and the urinary bladder due to extensive use of chemical-based pesticides in the fields. All this can be avoided by use of non-toxic based pest repellent. Product details. A device will be an ultrasonic sound frequency emitter which will repel pest. Sound frequency can be used to repel pest through technique called ultrasonic pest control. This method involves using high frequency sound waves to repel or deter pests like rodents, insects, and birds. The idea behind ultrasonic pest control is that certain frequencies of sound wave are unpleasant or irritating to pests, causing them to leave the area. The sound waves are typically inaudible to humans and pets, making them a safe and non-intrusive pest control method. Ultrasonic pest control devices will be available in various forms, including plug-in devices, handheld devices, and ultrasonic bird revelers. The device emits high-frequency sound waves that cover a certain range, and pests that come within that range are repelled or deterred from the area. Our customer. We are mainly targeting farmers, government grain storage facilities, then we are aiming to extend it domestically as we grow our reach. Their perspective. The use of chemical based pesticides versus non chemical based pesticides is often a complex issue that involves weighing the benefits and drawbacks of each approach. Chemical based pesticides are often effective in quickly and efficiently controlling pests and diseases that can damage crops, and they can be applied in larger quantities over large areas. They are also relatively easy to use and apply, which can save time and labor costs for farmers. However, the use of chemical based pesticides can have negative impacts on the environment, human health, and long term sustainability of farming. Chemical residues can build up in the soil and water, harming beneficial organisms and creating a risk of contamination in food products. Overuse or misuse of chemical can also lead to development of pesticide resistant pests and diseases, which can ultimately reduce the effectiveness of chemical treatments. Non-chemical based pesticides, on the other hand, rely on natural or organic compounds to control pests and diseases. They may be less effective than chemical pesticides in the short term, but they can offer long-term benefits to the environment and human health. Non-chemical options may include crop rotation, use of natural predators, and cultural practices that promote soil health and plant resilience. From a farmer's perspective, the choice between chemical-based and non-chemical-based pesticides will depend on a number of factors, including the severity and the type of pest or disease, the crop being grown, the environmental conditions, and the overall farming philosophy of the individual. Many farmers are finding that a combination of both approaches can be effective in managing pests and diseases while minimizing negative impacts on the environment and human health. Effect on society. Consumers have varying perspectives on using chemical based food versus organic food products. Some consumers prioritize convenience, affordability, and availability over the potential health benefits of organic. Others prioritize the health benefits of organic foods and are willing to pay a premium for them. From a health perspective, some consumers are concerned about the potential long-term health effects of consuming chemical residues from pesticides and other chemical used in food production. These consumers may choose to buy organic foods because they believe that they are safe and healthier than conventionally grown foods. On the other hand, some consumers may not be concerned about the potential health effects of chemical residues and may prioritize other factors such as taste, appearance, and price. These consumers may choose to buy conventionally grown foods because they are more widely available and less expensive than organic food. Overall, consumers' perspective on using chemical based food versus organic food products vary depending on the individual values and priorities. Some consumers may prioritize health benefits while others prioritize affordability and convenience. Government perspective. India witnesses an annual storage loss of 14 million tons worth about 7,000 crores due to post-harvest pest damage. The economic loss due to storage pests is attributed not only by consumption but also by the amount of contamination and spoilage by the body parts, excreta, and hoarding. The lack of knowledge on storage pests and their damage and improper storage techniques are the main reason for huge losses. The construction of appropriate storage structures, conveniently equipped and perfectly managed on one hand, and on the other hand, the execution of strict standards of hygiene in stores with efficient pest control operation constitute the actions that must jointly be conducted to limit storage losses. Market opportunity. The pest repellent market is growing due to increasing awareness about the health and environmental risks associated with traditional chemical pesticides. Consumers are increasingly seeking non-toxic, eco-friendly alternatives to pest control, which has led to the rise of non-toxic pest repellent products. The global pest control market size was valued at 18.2 billion US dollars in 2020 and is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 5.6% from 2021 to 2028. The growth is driven by factors such as increasing prevalence of vector-borne diseases, rising demand for food safety, and growing awareness about the environmental impact of chemical pesticides. The market is segmented into several categories, including insect repellents, rodent repellents, bird repellents, and others. Insect repellents are the largest segment of the market, accounting for over 50% of the market share in 2020. Within the insect repellent segment, the demand for natural and organic products is growing rapidly. The Asia Pacific region is expected to be the fastest growing market for pest control products, with 7.5% growth from 2021 to 2028. This growth is driven by factors such as increasing urbanization, growing awareness about the importance of pest control, and rising demand for food safety. Overall, the pest repellent market is expected to continue to grow as consumers become more conscious of the health and environmental impact of traditional chemical pesticides and seek out non-toxic alternatives. This presents opportunities for companies that offer innovative and effective non-toxic pest repellent products.